from the Bay Area's news station. This is the KRON-TV Morning News.
Hello! Oh! He's married. He's taken.
I have never seen that side of Alexis. Claus came out big time.
Just back off. He's my husband.
Really?
I'm gonna go outside.
That is a clip from the Real Housewives of Orange County showcasing the so-called mean girl mentality. But they're not just on television. Today, millions of women are still finding themselves competing not only for jobs, but within their communities and among friends or frenemies. And joining us this morning to talk about how to better understand this issue are doctors Erika Holiday and Joan Rosenberg. They're co-authors of a book that's out now titled Mean Girls, Meaner Women. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Erika, let's start with you. Why do some women talk to each other and treat each other this way?
There's a number of factors that we both found while writing this book, and a lot of it has to do with our culture, and like you just showed the clip of, you know, that this is what is on TV, and this is what a lot of reality shows are promoting, and so girls and women start to believe that this is normal, and this is how women are supposed to engage with one another. But
does it go deeper than that? Are there some genetic issues as well?
I don't know that I would call them genetic. I would look at a number of other influences. Certainly the way, culture is a big influence, media is a big influence.
Sure.
And certainly there are also some psychological influences, and our belief really is that women who think poorly of themselves and have much lower self-esteem actually are probably more inclined to treat other women in this way.
So they'd be more predisposed to try and verbally beat up on other women to try and boost themselves.
As a way of coping. One of the things we talk about in the book is meanness as a coping strategy.
As a way to get through life. A
way to get through life, right. And we can talk more about that.
Well, before we get to that, what can be done to break the cycle?
Well, a lot of it also has to do with intense feelings, like that a girl or woman has certain feelings. So let's say she's feeling anger about something, and anger is not a feeling that women are promoted to feel or express in our culture. So we talk about in the book is that to address that feeling, to allow yourself to feel it and talk about it. So if you're feeling angry, to talk about it as opposed to internalizing it, and then, as Joan explained, meanness as a coping strategy is to attack another girl or woman as a way to deal with those feelings.
Well, Joan, you know that men are notorious for keeping things inside, and this is the first time I'm hearing that women may be doing this as well.
They absolutely are. In fact, we think that women have something to learn from men about communicating around this kind of an issue.
Interesting.
You were talking about earlier about the deeper issues, and yes, we think that women have a very difficult time actually handling what I would call those difficult or hard feelings of anger, jealousy, competition, envy. And just as Erika was saying, it becomes very important to learn how to experience and then to express those feelings. And women have something to learn from men in this regard, because men tend to put it out there and then they move on. But women hold on to every last detail, and they don't move on.
And they let it fester and build. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. You mentioned in the book that there's something called the gender police.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Well, I think girls learn this from very early on. Even girls in kindergarten know already what's cool to wear, how they're supposed to wear their hair, and how they're supposed to just behave like a lady, you know. And if any girl or woman behaves in a way that isn't seen as being stereotypically feminine. So even a girl who is even too attractive. So the gender police is what we call it. They will, you know, see you as being deviant in some kind of a way, and women will attack you for that. So whether it's you're overweight, or you're too pretty, or you dress in a way that isn't seen as being normal, you get attacked for it.
And that leads to the no-win situation that a lot of women find themselves in.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. Because it really is no way to turn that a woman. We talk about this idea of having femininities as opposed to one notion of femininity. So that there really is no way to turn if we're only allowed one kind of path of femininity.
Well, it's a fascinating issue, and it's one. Henry, my colleague, was talking about the fact that that so many young girls in middle school deal with this, and that's where it seems to start to grow, and then it, obviously, as you bring out in your book, becomes something that they do as adults as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the title of the book again: "Mean Girls, Meaner Women: Understand Why Women Backstab, Betray, and Trash Talk Each Other, and importantly, How to Heal."
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Henry?